$50, $60, maybe even $70 per person of superfoods to each person. And this is going to be for anybody who's a new customer who joins us on the ULT Lifestyle, which is our program that's guaranteed money back to transform your life. So I'll send you it personally from our stock. So Green Spectrum is going to be the first one up. I'll probably combine Green Spectrum with something else. This is actually one of our favorites, Enzyme Advantage. Let's see if that combination makes sense here. So let's look up Green Spectrum. What is Green Spectrum? And by the way, if anybody wants any of this, just DM me ULT and you'll have a link that has $50 off any one singular product. So even if you don't want to start the ULT Lifestyle, just DM me ULT and I'll send you a link where you get $50 off of anything. But actually, let's just go to the ULT. This is ULT. It's this whole program. It actually has double this. Or actually, there's 4 bags of Power Shake, 2 super aminos, and 2 apothecaries. So it's got a lot more than that picture, but take it twice a day. So it's these 5 products twice a day, cherry before bed, and everything gets better. Your diet is nourished, it's detoxifying, it's repairing, and this is how we've helped hundreds of thousands of people to reduce their skin issues, increase sleep. We have people who haven't slept in 15 years who on the first night are dreaming. We've got people who haven't pooped in 14 days start pooping again. So why is this not coming up? I've been trying this. Green Spectrum. So Green Spectrum is a cool product because it's just greens, just green juices. If you guys are familiar with what we call Liquid Sunshine has a whole bunch of other products, which is the Power Shake and the ULT Lifestyle. This just has green. So these are the ingredients here on the Green Spectrum. So a lucky winner number 1, I think I'll give you a Green Spectrum and Enzyme Advantage. So first person that wants to start ULT Lifestyle, maybe you've been on the fence, by the end of this week and ideally today, I'll also give you Enzyme Advantage. So Enzyme Advantage has really good enzymes, and this breaks down a lot of the stuff, these ones right here, all these AZEs. When you take one of these capsules during a meal, it's amazing. So what do we got? We have like a $35 product and a $38 product. So that's well over $70. First person that does ULT Lifestyle will get this. Just make sure that you DM me that, hey, I just purchased ULT Lifestyle, and I'll give you this. So I need to put this separate. What else do we got here? Epigenius dogs. Not giving away these because solar takes a lot of these. Look at these. We buy all these too. Epigenius dogs, Epigenius dogs, Epigenius dogs, Epigenius dogs. This is the old label, Epigenius dogs. They're all for solar. And this is amazing. It actually has Biomedic in it. So Biomedic is also in ULT Lifestyle. It's essentially the only thing that is proven to remove glyphosate from the human body. It also reduces C-reactive protein by 75%, which is the biomarker for inflammation, and also increases intestinal immunity by 50%. This basically makes people wake up feeling like they're younger because it's cleaning out all the environmental pollutants. I'll answer these questions in a second. Thank you guys for commenting. I've been forgetting to look at the comments. So this Biomedic for dogs, dogs are highly toxified. So there's a new study that just came out about people that are living like within like 6 miles from a golf course are much sicker than people who don't. 6 miles. And then there's like 1 mile. There's just so much pesticides and herbicides in the air and in the water and in the ground around golf courses. And it's not just golf courses, it's also just parks and sidewalks. People are spraying Roundup. They're spraying all sorts of weed killers on everything, and your dog's going, licking it, sniffing it, and also their food also has a lot of that stuff sprayed in it. So giving this to your dog will allow them to live longer. And a lot of people don't realize that carnivores like wolves actually naturally get greens in their diet, because if they're eating herbivores, which all carnivores eat herbivores, I shouldn't say all carnivores, but I'll just say generally carnivores eat herbivores. So something is eating the light, which is in the earth, and then something else is eating that to get the light and the minerals and the water and the elements that are basically from the base origin of light, air, earth, water. So carnivores eat herbivores. When they eat the herbivores, what do they eat first? They're fighting over getting the organs of the herbivores. What's in the organs of the herbivores? So if they take down a deer, they're fighting. The alpha is going to eventually end up getting the guts. And within the guts are greens. So carnivores actually do benefit from greens. They benefit from what's in those greens. Do you have to take the super aminos? Meaning, can I just do the power shake and a pot of cherry? I mean, you don't have to do anything. We recommend everybody start on ULT Lifestyle because it's a more potent dose for 90 days. So it all works together. It's like a posse. All right. So to make ourselves healthy, and I've got a lot more to give away, guys. So stick around, or just go purchase the ULT Lifestyle. DM me and say, hey, I just purchased one. Make sure to use the word discount as the discount code. Otherwise, I won't know it's you. So make sure you're a new customer, use the word discount for the referral code, or just DM me ULT and the link will pop up for you to purchase. And then DM me back so I can make sure that you did it properly and then send you one of these. Or if I run out of them, I'll just send anybody who purchases by the end of this week. So it's the 16th, Friday, 1780. So anyone that purchases by 10 p.m. Sunday night Pacific time, if I run out of products, I'll just ask for your Venmo and I'll Venmo you $50. Or should I purchase you another product off of Purium? I don't know. I'll just Venmo you $50. Where was I? All right. So can I just do the power shake and aminos? Yes, you can. However, I recommend that you first get your body back in line with itself. So a functional diet is a diet that nourishes your cells, detoxifies your system. It gets the bad stuff out, and it has the components to regenerate and repair itself. No matter how you're eating, if your diet isn't doing that, you're eventually going to lead to what we call sickness and disease. But the sickness and disease is really your body trying to repair itself. It's going to try and detoxify itself, and it's going to cause skin issues. Like, I don't even want to say it because I might get in trouble for saying that the causes of things like eczema and psoriasis and vitiligo are a clogged lymphatic system. So it might cause something like that. Or it might start storing everything in fat and causing inflammation. Or you might start, other chains will start breaking, but that's your body trying to get rid of crap that's in your system. And so it's not the labeled disease that's really the disease. It's the fact that you do not have a functional diet. It's not nourishing your cells. It's not detoxifying. It's not repairing. Look at the food supply. It's completely garbage. Back to the green spectrum. Most of these greens, if I just go back here, most of these greens are growing on volcanic ash lake bed. So we're talking about 80 feet of volcanic ash sediment because the lake bed dried up and is next to a volcano where all of that sediment came from. and then it's dehydrated at room temperature. So it's essentially still living and living juice, living enzymes. And the water's tested, the air is tested. We test 37 times from seed to package, goes into a laboratory. We do all sorts of tests for salmonella, E. coli, mold, toxins. We shine a laser through every single, well, we take a sample, but the sample sizes that we take are much, much higher than the minimum standards for like our high level organic tier that we're in. But we take a sample and then we shine a laser in it, and it's kind of like the movies where it tells us every single little bit of DNA or fragment that's in there to make sure that nothing except for what's supposed to be in the powder that enters our warehouse is in the powder that enters our warehouse, so that there's no cross-contamination concerns. All right, so once again, if you just joined, I'm giving away products to people who want to start ULT Lifestyle this weekend. Just DM me ULT to see what that is. So first person's getting this. Second person will get, did I finish up with Epigenus dogs? Dogs are contaminated, and this is a cool product to check out, but I'm not giving it away because it's for my dog. You're already getting Super Cleanser in the ULT Lifestyle, so let's pick something else. Be Energetic and Advanced Probiotic. Yeah, this is a good combination. So Be Energetic is cool. So most all of our products are completely vegan, meaning no animal products used at all. But we do have like 2 or 3 products that use some animal products, like Be Energetic uses bee pollen. And then we also have our Super Life formula, which is for testosterone, which is great for men and even women, especially as they're getting older. Testosterone starts to drop. That's where if you're losing vitality, sex drive, creativity, and urge to live, it's testosterone. So get that back in your system, especially if you're going through pre, peri, or menopause. We also have a menopause product, which I don't have to give away, but it's called, I don't even think we have it here. That's called Menopositive, and that's helping people with women with pre and perimenopause. Be Energetic, this is super cool. American ginseng. So the thing with ginseng is that it's medicinal, and the medicinal components of ginseng is called ginsenosides. And a ginsenoside is essentially a plant defense mechanism that it develops. It's an essence of the plant that it develops to help the plant. So imagine if the plant goes through very cold times. It's going to create a ginsenoside to help it cope with the cold. If it's very windy and it's getting battered around, it's going to develop another ginsenoside that can total ginsenosides. I spelled that wrong, but let's see if it comes up anyways. Ginsenosides are natural product steroid compounds. It's almost found exclusively in ginseng, and it essentially is the essence of the plant that makes it medicinal for the human being. So as the plant gets, if it's very, very old, it's got a lot of ginsenosides. If it's put through very harsh weather, harsh conditions, the plant is actually more powerful for us. And the thing with Purium is that Dave, our formulator, our strength is that we have relationships with the most exclusive, highest performing, best located land farmers all over the world. And so we have access, because ginseng isn't just ginseng. That's the long and the short of what I'm actually saying. If you just take in ginseng or any plant, the essence of the plant is determined by the farmer and the conditions that it was grown in. It's just like a human. So we find the best places on earth and make sure that those farmers are saving some of their stock for us so that we can get it to you. We've got almost all of the known ginsenicides within our white American ginseng. And I'm not giving away this product, but we do just have straight up white American ginseng that we can take straight like that or mix it into a drink, but it's in Be Energetic. There's different types of ginseng as well. There's a ginseng you can get at 7-Eleven. That stuff makes you a little bit wacky. This is a little bit more yin. And then also in Be Energetic, we've got spirulina, cordyceps, which is another medicinal mushroom, and bee pollen. Bee pollen is amazing. Think about the bees are going into the pollen of the flowers, and we can't actually duplicate the properties of bee pollen, us humans, without bees, because it's a combination of their saliva and even, this is like a newer science, the vibrational matrix that is created from a bee buzzing is life extending, and it also structures the bee pollen, which makes it almost like the perfect food. And so Be Energetic is to give you some life force energy, and not be so, like it says right here, contains nature's most energizing foods without ephedrine or added caffeine. So this gives you energy because it's just so vital. And so lucky winner number 2 is going to get a free package of Be Energetic, and then we'll do advanced probiotics. So advanced probiotics, if you guys are just joining, people starting ULT Lifestyle by before the end of this week is going to get one of these gifts from me, or I'll just Venmo you $50 if I run out of these gifts. So advanced probiotics, microorganisms make up more of us than we actually have human cells, guys. There's more bacteria in us than there are human cells. So there's this term, it's called holobiont. And so I think there's even a Harvard paper. Let me see. Holobiont, Harvard. Is it Harvard? Not sure. Harvard. Forgot the actual name of the paper, but it's amazing. Let me spend one more minute trying to find this. It might not be Harvard. Holobiont, humans. I think it's actually called Humans Are Holobiont, but let me see. Is this it? Because that looks exactly what I said it was called, but it doesn't look familiar to me. Humans as holobiont. Actually, this first sentence reminds me of the paper. All right, so essentially, let me see. How do I make this a little bit? There we go. So guys, because we are more bacteria than human cells, meaning microorganisms, or as they're saying here, gut microbiota, everything that we call health is, and I'm not sure if you guys can see, can you guys see the full paper? Everything that we call health is, let me just make this a little bit more. Everything that we call health is determined by this microbiota. And it's not just, I'm not going to read the paper. I'm trying to actually, no, this is a different paper than what I was actually trying to find. But All of this feeds that microbiome, and it has a probiotic blend. So, and then these are prebiotics, which feed the bacteria that we're looking to nourish. Supports healthy levels of good bacteria, aids in healthy digestion, supports healthy immune function. Our immune system is in our gut. Also, dopamine is half of it's produced in the gut. 70% of serotonin is produced in the gut, and that's all necessary for us to be happy. All right, so what do we got here? We have a $35 product, and I think Be Energetic was something like that as well. So, and 30. So this is another $60 package for somebody who wants to start ULT Lifestyle. That'll be the second person that starts. What else do I got here? I have an opened thing of Green Spectrum. I don't think I can give that to anybody. So I've got one Enzyme Advantage. Should I give it the second one? I don't think so. I think we're going to keep that. All right. C from nature. People don't realize that vitamin C, just like ginseng, is vitamin C isn't just any old vitamin C. Will menopositive help me as a young man? It sounds like you shouldn't take it. If you're, no. If I'm interested in signing up, can you tell me more? Yes, just DM me and I'll tell you more. All right. C from nature. Let's look this one up. So the thing, have you guys heard of ascorbic acid? Ascorbic acid is a part of vitamin C. Now, when you actually go to like Costco and get vitamin C, you're going to find vitamin C as ascorbic acid. And that's like essentially getting a component that is broken off of the full vitamin C. So if you imagine like an orange, and then you're just getting like a part of the peel, and then you're classifying that as the entire orange. And actually, orange is a good metaphor because oranges are where a lot of the full nutrient of vitamin C is, the micronutrient of it. We don't have ascorbic acid growing off of trees. We have full oranges. And if you look at this vitamin C superfood, it's made of high vitamin C containing fruits. These are all fruits, except for rose hip, which is essentially like, is a rose hip a fruit? Let me see. Are rose hips fruit? Because obviously the flower, yes, it is the fruit of the rose plant, which is what I was thinking. All right, so vitamin C, you guys, this is like fed to kids. It's one of the things that they found, if it was low on, that scamdemic thing that happened the last few years, like it was people that had low amounts of vitamin C, whether it was actually the thing that they said it was, or your body just detoxing from EMF or chemtrails or whatever, vitamin C helped. So vitamin C is also amazing for athletes because it helps repair. So lucky person number 3 will get a vitamin C. Wow, the retail this is $51. So that's it. Third person to order ULT Lifestyle is going to get this package of vitamin C. So that's third thing. So now we've got a more greens and aloe vera. I think this is a good combination. So this will be like my 4th giveaway. All right. So let's look up what more greens are. So more greens, there's actually an ingredient in this that this thing right here, arabinogalactin, this is actually, I heard a story about, you guys know Magic Johnson? Let me just look this up for you. Arabinogalactin, Magic Johnson. So Magic Johnson endorses a dietary supplement containing tree extract. Some experts, I mean, obviously I've never looked through this, so I don't know what's going to come up on this, but is he talking about arabinogalactin? Here it is. The supplement's main ingredients, patented formula, larch. So yes. So the story I was getting to is that when he got this other thing, which is controversially, not accepted by everyone, it starts with H and ends in IV, right? So he went and hired the world's best doctors to figure out how, he's still living a thriving life right now. So I don't want to say the word cure or heal, but he went to go seek out doctors to help him out. And this is one of the things that they discovered would help him. And you guys, I just Googled it, and he's essentially standing behind it, which I didn't know that was out there. I just know the inside story because the formulator of our products knows the people that do these things. And so in More Greens, so this is different. So with the ULT Lifestyle, you're going to get Power Shake. And Power Shake is a whole other combination of let me see if they're in the back closet back there. Power Shake is a whole other combination of ingredients that this is essentially nourishment. And we give people 4 of these on ULT Lifestyle. And it's not just greens. There's tocos in here. There's a lot of, there's like 12 ingredients in here to make sure that all the cells in your body are nourished. And then in More Greens, it's kind of similar. We've got a whole bunch of things that all work as a unit. And so one of these things lifts up this, it's like they're all working together to give you nourishment. So More Greens is an amazing superfood. This is also $52. So I'm not going to stack this with another thing. So I'll just send this to person number 4 who wants to start an ULT Lifestyle. And then I've got this thing of aloe. What's aloe? Anyways, More Greens is amazing. Again, all of this is like crazy, like produced in our warehouse at a degree that is ascended of what any other company is doing. And we guarantee all of our products 60 days. So we give a 60-day money back guarantee on everything. That is essentially going to transform your life to whatever degree that you were attached to when purchasing. And so for ULT Lifestyle, it's called Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. We literally guarantee this will transform your life. Not just physically, mentally, spiritually, like you will feel more aligned because your gut, once it gets back in alignment with your heart and your mind, and the brain fog goes away, everything starts to transition. People start changing careers. People start doing what they know they're meant to do, start reaching for the greatest version of self. All right, let's look up Aloe, 40X Aloe concentrate. This is $42. So this will be another good gift. So I think it was most expensive to least expensive. I think that's just how it worked out here. So first person's going to get the first thing, second person's going to get the second thing, and then the fifth person purchases by the end of this week will get this, and then anybody else, if more than that, I'll just Venmo you some money, $50. And aloe vera, we have aloe vera growing in our backyard. You could actually use this on your skin if you would like, if you get, too much sun. This goes really well with our apothecary, which is also in ULT Lifestyle. So this is in ULT Lifestyle. We've been taking this for like 8 years. This is nature's melatonin. So if you guys are taking melatonin from the store, like Trader Joe's or any other supplement, it's got some man-made melatonin at a hyper large dose, which is going to stop your body from producing its own melatonin. And a lot of our products, they're not mega doses, they're micro doses of micronutrition so that your body is set up and prepared to produce its own effects. So aloe actually amplifies what apothecary does in the body. And apothecary is a super antioxidant. This helps you stay in REM sleep, which is your deep sleep where your pineal gland is producing melatonin. And this is also anti-aging because of the tremendous amount of antioxidants. It's got like as much antioxidants as six cups of blueberries, which is a lot of antioxidants. All right, so with that said, DM me or comment on this if you're watching the replay, the word ULT, and get yours set up with the ULT. Make sure you use the word discount so I know that I can check it out for you guys and I can support you during your journey. Do I need to talk a little bit about the ULT? I kind of already did. So it's got Power Shake, that apothecary. It has Super Cleanser, which is a parasite cleanse, and then it also has Biomedic. Do I have any in this little box right here? It's got Biomedic, which is, I talked about earlier, it's removing glyphosate, it's increasing immunity, it's reducing inflammation, it's essentially getting the garbage out of the body. It's not proven to do, it's proven to remove glyphosate, but it may also help with chemtrails, the Teflon forever chemicals that are in our body, heavy metals. It's doing a lot, but we've paid for a study to prove that it's removed glyphosate, reduces C-reactive protein, which is the biomarker for inflammation, and increases intestinal immunity by 50%. And then also in ULT Lifestyle, we have super aminos. So these are what a lot of the aminos on the market right now. This is actually our last product that's not in home compostable biodegradable packaging, but super aminos, these are not branched chain aminos. These are 7 of the 8 essential aminos, and at the proportions that are perfectly acceptable for the human body. Look at 504 reviews, and 493 of those are 5-star, and then 8 of them are 4-star. This will put muscle on you whether you work out or not. This also increases collagen. This is, let me see, 100% pre-digested vegan aminos. This was in the physician's desk manual for a lot of different recommendations. I forget, like 20 or 35. I forget how many different things they would recommend this to be used. And this 30 clinical studies is up to 47 double-blind clinical studies that have been published on this exact product. This is the consumer version of the stuff that was in the IV patients. And so this was originally developed to go into paralyzed people, kidney failure, comatose patients that couldn't eat. So they put this was developed to put into the IV so they wouldn't muscle waste away and die. And then this is the pill form of those IVs. For anybody that's an athlete, I recommend doubling or tripling the dose on this. If you take 30 of these a day, you will be more ripped than you've ever been in your life. You will perform better than you ever have in your life. This is part of we have a holistic fitness pack that has a lot more of these aminos, but I recommend doing ULT Lifestyle first. This is 99.9% absorbable by the human body. When you eat protein, your body has to break it down into aminos. And when it breaks it down into those aminos, it creates waste. Most of that turns into uric acid, and then your body has to process that. And that ends up being kidney stones if it's too much. And so that's why kidney stones come from people that are eating too much, usually garbage proteins. That's mostly catabolic waste, and very few components of the protein actually gets turned into your body. And so this is already pre-digested, and it's plant sourced, and this, when you eat it, within 23 minutes starts turning itself into usable amino acids that are used for peptides, which eventually become hormones, and used for tissue in the body like collagen and muscle. So once again, all right, I got some people putting ULT in the chat here. I'm going to end this, you guys. Just wanted to DM me. The live doesn't really have the automation set up, so I'm going to just make sure that nobody on here is putting ULT. All right. And then I think I'll reach out to Breath Messiah, said something as well, and make sure that's the Breath Messiah that I know of and not some other Breath Messiah. All right, everybody, take care. Hopefully you get some of this for free. I'll send it out to you. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.